Hello, friends. Ecovation brings to you the newspaper editorial analysis for the Hindu newspaper for 5th of May. I am अपूर्व मिश्रा. अगर आप ये एनालिसिस हिंदी में चाहते हैं तो उसका लिंक आपको नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन में मिल जाएगा. एंड इफ़ यू आर लुकिंग फॉर द एनालिसिस ऑफ द इंडियन एक्सप्रेस न्यूज़पेपर, you can find the link in the description below. You can connect to me by joining my study group on Ecovation. You can find this link in the description below. You can email me your queries and you can also connect to me over Facebook. So let us look at the lead opinion article of the day. This is regarding the 60-year completion of the state of Kerala and the history of the landmark reforms of the Kerala state. So you can give it a quick read, but overall this article is not useful to you. You cannot get a direct question regarding that. The first editorial article is in the context of the MP government decision to change the fiscal cycle to January to December from the existing cycle of April to March. So this decision was done because of the PM speech at Niti Aayog recently, where he called state governments to try this out. This is linked to your GS paper 3 Indian economy syllabus, the government budgeting point. So this article talks about the negatives of such a move. The potential negatives I have highlighted, the points which could be useful to you. Of which you can take note. Otherwise, this article does not have too much material, so don't spend too much time on it. Just give it a quick read, but keep a tab on similar articles because the issue itself is important. The second editorial article is about Hamas group in Palestine. This is not useful to you. You cannot get a direct question related to this. Now, the final opinion article. This is in reference of the Turkish President Erdogan's visit to India. This is linked to your GS paper 2 International Relations, Policies and Politics of Developing Countries in the case of Turkey here. So, the article covers what has been Turkey's traditional stance related to Kashmir and India's membership to NSG and United Nations Security Council. So traditionally, Turkey has not been very friendly to India, and diplomatic ties have not been very good. Recently, uh, Turkey has started looking towards India, and India also has started looking towards Turkey. So why Turkey is looking towards India? This article has covered that. I have highlighted all the key points. Apart from this, this article also covers what has been India's response. So, as you must have read, that the Turkish president's statements have not been very warm towards India. So, how has India countered that? This article covers that. So give this article a quick read. Do not spend too much time on it because again you get just 4 to 5 questions on your international relations in your GS paper, and it is highly unlikely that you will get a question on it from in mains. You might get some question in prelims, so that's why just give it a quick read. Now, moving on to the second page, the first article is a political article, so not useful. The second article is in the context of Agenda 23, which is related to the Sustainable Development Goals. The agreement was signed recently in 2015. Uh, it is linked to your GS paper 2 international relations, bilateral, regional, and global agreements involving India. And it is also linked to your governance portion, issues related to development and management of social sectors. So, SDGs are related to development in social sectors. So the article talks about the voluntary national review, which is the policy through which the progress in Agenda 23 will be tracked, and the same process was used in monitoring Millennium Development Goals. So it talks about this, and it talks about how it is an imperfect mechanism. The article also talks about who leads the process in India. So go through this article, give it a quick read. The article in itself does not has very useful points, so I have highlighted the few key useful things which is there in the article. But the issue of sustainable development goals and agenda 2030 itself is important to you, so study about it. You should know all the key sustainable development goals. and this could come in your prelims, and also issues related to it, you could be asked to discuss about it in mains exam. Now, this final article, this is in the context of the draft medical treatment of terminally ill patients bill. So this bill is just in the draft phase right now, and also with regard to the petition in Supreme Court, which has been filed recently for the right of a person to advance care directives. So this is linked to your GS paper 2 Polity Indian Constitution, Article 21, right to life and personal liberty. So over this advanced care directives, this is it in itself is basically a person who is terminally ill. Terminally ill means he's going to die, like he is suffering from cancer or HIV/AIDS, something like that. So that person can in advance give directives on how he wants to be treated, what kind of drugs he wants administered, and what kinds of drugs he does not want administered, or does he even want treatment or not. So because this is a terminally ill disease, the person is going to die, and after some time the person will not be in a state to talk properly or communicate properly, so the directives have to be given beforehand. So this bill and this petition is regarding those advanced care directives. That article also tells you some of the key provisions of the draft bill, and the article also tells you difference between right to decide against treatment and euthanasia, which is mercy killing. So I have highlighted the key points in the article. You should go through this, and this article could also be useful to you apart from your GS syllabus. In your essay, you could get get an essay on discussing whether the right to die or the right to choose not to take medical treatment in case of a terminal disease is ethically correct or not. So you should read more articles about it. Keep reading whenever they come. Keep a tab on it. Also, the article suggests some of the changes in the bill. So this was the newspaper of the day. I would put some questions, practice questions for prelims as well as mains. You can and put it in a blog. You can find the link in the blog in the description below. If you think the video was good, you can like the video. If you think it can be useful to your friends, please share the video. And if you want to stay up to date with all my videos, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to never miss a video update and want to get updated as soon as notified as soon as I post the video, hit the bell icon on YouTube. Further, more discussions on these articles and other issues on UPSC, and free mock tests on prelims and mains, and analysis of all this could be found in the study group for UPSC on Ecovision. You can join that study group by clicking on this link in the description below. Thank you very much.